They cooked up some funny like story against me and David.
Excuse me. They gave you a what? A ban?
A ban. They gave me and David only. Not
Who
like
did
David.
that? The federation.
Yeah.
What's up, Desktopers? Xavier Wills here for Desktop Bodybuilding, and we are back with another Daily Bodybuilding News Live. We've got some epic stories for you guys today. Andrew Jacked banned by the IFBB for using PEDs. You guys are going to be blown away by this story. I was surprised by seeing it, and we'll find out more about that. Which federation was it from? You'll find out. And is he still banned as well? Plus, we've got physique updates from Sergio Oliva Jr, who's looking insane right now as he preps for that Arnold Classic Brazil or South America, held in Brazil. He's looking fantastic. Will he be able to compete or not? And guys, let me know. We've got a poll up right now if you are watching live, and let me know in the comments. Will Sergio Oliva Jr qualify for the 2023 Mr Olympia? I will get to the poll results at the end of this video as well. Plus, we have an update from Nate Epler, who's making the transition from 212 to open, and I'm blown away by his latest progress as well. So let's get straight into this one. We'll start with a few physique updates before getting into the Andrew Jack news. And the first one is from Nate Epler, who I just discussed before, who is looking fantastic currently. Sort of blown away by this recent update, because in 212, he really wasn't the biggest guy, because he was, I think, about 5'7", 5'8", which is really too tall to be a top 212 pro, but he sort of disproved that. I think he placed 4th or 5th in the Olympia just a few short years ago, and the way he's looking right now is awesome to see, because he's keeping it pretty tight in his off season. And thank you guys as well in the comments, comment as well along live. But this is so much bigger than he looked in individual photos and videos leading up to 212 shows. So I've got to say that he's packed on a ton of muscle, and you can see him here. You can see there's a clear difference. Like, he's shredded to the bone there, but the size difference is actually huge to what he is right now. So Nate Epler has an ability to look a lot bigger on stage than he actually is, because of his condition, because of his structure, and because of his shape. Now, this is from the Olympia, I want to say in 2021, and I think this is a 4th place finish in the 212s. Now, does he need to add more mass to his physique? For sure, but that looks like Derek Lunsford, but smaller. And I think that, you know, he's one of these guys that really does lack the least in terms of physique-wise. So I think that Nate Epler, this is back in Indy Pro, where he placed, I believe it was sort of top 2, 3. I'm not 100% sure on that, but just the overall flow of physique and everything is amazing. So Nate Epler, I think he's going to do very, very well in 2023. Now, we've got some physique updates as well now from Sergio Oliva Jr, who is prepping, all going well for that 2023 Arnold Classic in South America. I think he looks fantastic in these recent physique updates. I mean, he looks like he's, you know, at least getting the condition, or is very close to the condition. And look at that for size. So Sergio is out of the size that he needs to really, I suppose he was outsizing some guys in some regards, but he needs to get bigger overall to smash those guys that are sort of right behind him. Like, because conditioning wise, sometimes he was great, sometimes he was just a little bit off from the back and whatnot, but he looks like he's going to bring that extra muscle where it's kind of, the muscle's going to be pushing out against the skin. He's got the fullness. As long as he's in good enough condition, I think Sergio Oliva is going to be very, very hard to beat at that Arnold Classic in Brazil, because he's up against Baruz Tabani, who I am actually really big on as well, and I think that he's sort of underrated. But Sergio is one of these guys that, you know, at this stage of his career, he's, I believe, in his late 30s. He could be a guy that moves into the Masters Olympia potentially in the future as well. But let me know your thoughts on these latest physique updates from Sergio Oliva Jr, whether you're watching later or you're watching live. But let's move on to our next story, and this is the big one of the video. It's about Andrew Jacked being banned by the IFBB, and it is the IFBB Elite League. But this is super interesting, because it wasn't just him that was banned as well, and the reasons for him actually, you know, being banned is absolutely ridiculous. So let's listen in together, guys, and we'll break this one down. So Andrew Jacked, live on William Bonac's podcast. Oops, just going to go back and enable the sound on that one, and we'll listen together.
I think after they gave me the ban, they cooked up some funny like story against me and David.
Excuse me. They gave you a what? A ban?
A ban. They gave me and David only because me and David was not
Who
like
did that? The federation.
yeah.
The Elite
Like,
Federation.
David was actually the champion of the UAE before I came, but when I came, he put me on and I started to win shows. He was coming second.
Mm-hmm.
Was also, like happy. He was just supporting me, like telling me that, bro, you have to go somewhere. So we're winning every show.
So I believe who Andrew Jack is talking about at the moment is this guy. He was saying David, but this guy, when you actually look at his Instagram, he actually got his pro card at the same time. This article here says new IFBB Elite Pro winners set to dominate bodybuilding world, and this guy here won pro card at the same time, and his name is somewhere around here. It's actually on his profile here. Bobedi Davo Ndokoro. I'm going to go with that, but he's a guy that's been shared around the internet, but I believe he still competes in the IFBB Elite League. So if he was banned as well, then he's obviously been reinstated. So I'm not sure if he actually got his IFBB Pro card or if he is still competing with the IFBB Elite, but you can see here the IFBB Elite logo there in the background. This was posted 17 weeks ago. You can see him on stage here. It says finalist IFBB Elite Pro World Showdown. So obviously it seems like he's still in the IFBB Elite League. I did see some stuff about this guy, whether it's just physique updates and him winning shows in the IFBB Elite or whatever it was, but I believe that's who Andrew Jack is talking about, but let's go back to it.
And the biggest one, remember, in Fujairah, I took first, he took second. And the federation wanted us to go pro, go compete with the, we should stop doing the local shows and go international.
Yeah.
And, we didn't, I don't want to be rude. I told them, okay, we'll see, you know what I mean? So then filed, they saw that we weren't interested, and then they filed a complaint and gave us ban that we were on steroids.
Wow.
And I'm like, he and David was smoking everyone, and none of.
I would love to actually know if they actually drug tested them or anything like that, but he said they did concoct some sort of story against them. So very, very interesting.
So I think they got jealous and everything, and even when they brought the paper and everything just for me and David only, I told them, hey, we were laughing even. We didn't sign whatever, we didn't sign anything. But I'm like, you are saying we're on steroids? Even our coach even is part of your federation. So what the fuck are you guys saying? So I left.
So obviously Andrew Jack left. It seems like the other dude, Davo, actually stayed in the IFBB Elite League. Whether he makes a switch over to the IFBB Pro League or not, if you guys know for a fact in the comments below, please let me know. But I've got a super chat from Kurt Harakali. I'm probably butchered your name. Sorry, dude, but shout out for you for the $10 super chat. It says, thanks, man. Thanks for all the hard work and effort you put into everything you do and put out for us fans to enjoy, man. Much appreciated. Shout out to you. And if you ever want anything or ask any questions or whatever, let me know in the future. But shout out to you for doing that super chat. But super interesting news on Andrew Jack there being banned by the IFBB Elite League. And I never heard this. I never actually heard this. It never came out. Andrew Jack didn't promote it, didn't put it out there in any sort of way. So I find that super interesting that he actually got banned for PEDs, which obviously we know what bodybuilding is. We know what IFBB Pro Bodybuilding is, and we know what IFBB Elite Pro Bodybuilding is. And there is no doubt PEDs are used by almost every competitor at the pro level in these federations, because we know how widely it's used around the world. And it's naive to think that, a certain percentage or a large percentage or even a moderate percentage of these competitors are natural. So absolutely insane story. Obviously the top two guys in the sport sounds like they were banned, but it does sound like that Davo is actually competing once again in the IFBB Elite League. So I assume he was reinstated, and rightly so if he does choose to compete in that federation. But I think he would do fantastic if he's to make that leap to the IFBB Pro League. And I'm sure seeing what Andrew has done in the IFBB Pro League, obviously finishing third in the Arnold Classic and 8th in the Olympia, and I think this guy is only going to get better. It's incredible. And I want to shout out as well to William Bonac's podcast. It's the Guy Name podcast. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly, but I am bringing William Bonac on the show. I'm actually interviewing him today, my time, tomorrow, your guys' time, and that interview will be up very soon. Also, I have an interview going up with Samson Dowda very soon on Desktop Bodybuilding as well. Probably within 12 hours of this video going live. Actually, definitely within 12 hours of this video going live. And Samson goes deep, and we get deep as well because I've, obviously known Samson for a long time, so we get a lot of good information out of that. But let me know your thoughts on everything that was in this video. What do you think about Sergio Oliva Jr? I'm going to go to the poll results right now. So if you haven't voted, make sure you get in your votes live. And basically the question is, will Sergio Oliva Jr. qualify for the 2023 Mr Olympia? And of 116 votes, we are split 50-50. 50% of you say yes, Sergio Oliva Jr. will qualify for 2023 Mr Olympia, and 50% of you are saying no. 118 votes, so 2 more votes, and it's still split 50-50. That's incredible. So, Sergio, hopefully you're out there and you qualify for that 2023 Mr Olympia and prove half the people wrong out there, because I'll definitely have to get Sergio back on the podcast again soon, and he is actually appearing on Olympia TV tomorrow, I believe it is. So, yeah, that would be a great one. I believe Flex Wheels on that, Tarek Elgindi, Sergio Oliva Jr., and there was someone else. It might have been Bob Ciccarello. I can't quite remember, but that would be a great one. So make sure you check out Olympia TV there as well. And Kurt, getting in the comments as well, once again, says, pretty weird that they ban him for PEDs, to be honest. Yeah, absolutely insane. And I'd love to know. I actually want to get Andrew Jacked on my channel as well and ask, was he drug tested? Did they make it up? Is it like Sweden, where they actually muscle profiled him and said, you guys are too big and too good, so you're banned, which would be absolutely preposterous, because obviously they had Mikael Krizo competing in that IFBB Elite League for many years. And honestly, there's a lot of good athletes coming out of that IFBB Elite, but many of the top guys are moving to the IFBB Pro League just because the best of the best in general are in the IFBB Pro League. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Desktop Bodybuilding's Daily Bodybuilding News Live, and get involved in the community tab on Desktop Bodybuilding as well, because I'm putting a lot more stuff up there now too. So I'll go to it right now and show you guys what the community tab quickly looks like. I'm interacting with more of you guys on there as well. So if you want to chat with me and give your opinion and give your views, jump on the YouTube community tab, which I'll bring up on the screen for you guys right now, and you can see what we're sort of putting up there. Just feature some of your guys' comments on the screen. But let me add this so you guys can see it on the screen right now. I'll give it a bigger view for you guys. So I'm basically asking you guys questions, poll results, and trying to comment back to a lot of you guys as well. So we've got this one on here. Can Big Ramy win the 2023 Mr Olympia? 30% of you guys say yes, Big Ramy can win the 2023 Mr Olympia. I'm in that group. I'm in the 30% group. I think he can. Do I think he will? No, I don't believe so. 62% of you say no, and 8% of you say he can win again, but not in 2023. And I don't know if I've got back to your comments on this one yet, but I'll go through and get back to these for you guys. Rock On says he blew it by not showing up for the Pittsburgh guest posing. Hell no, they made it very clear they don't want him to win. Whether politics or physique is irrelevant. Good point. Very, very good point. I'll give that a like live. He's 40. His humongous thighs are overpowering his physique, and I think the judges don't want that anymore. His lower back is in terrible shape. His biceps have melted. The title contenders henceforth Samson Dowda, Nick Walker, Derek Lunsford. So many responses there. So thank you guys for getting in the comments on that and contributing and becoming a part of a Desktop Bodybuilding community. Much love to you guys, and I appreciate all your support, not only now but going forward as well. So thank you guys so much for getting in this, getting in the comments once again and supporting Daily Bodybuilding News Live. If you do like these videos, give it a thumbs up, smash that like button, also subscribe and hit the notification bell button. That way you'll be notified of every video that goes up from myself, Xavier Wills at Desktop Bodybuilding, including all my Daily Bodybuilding News Lives, my upcoming interview with Samson Dowda, and all my contest coverage from this year, because I'm going to try to cover every single IFBB Pro show, at least that has an open show connected to it, including doing live streams and all that sort of stuff. So make sure you do subscribe and hit that notification bell button. So anyway, guys, that's it for today's Daily Bodybuilding News Live. If you liked it, share it out, do all that good stuff. And for Desktop Bodybuilding, I'm Xavier Wills, and we are out.